like what happened when Officer Michael Amott pulled over a car for a traffic violation in Euclid, Ohio. Sitting in the car was Richard Hubbard, and his girlfriend, but the traffic stop was anything but routine. Initially, Richard complied with Officer Amott, but when Amott tried to handcuff him, Richard resisted. Heard that pop? That was Richard getting tased. The struggle ensued, and the officers became more and more aggressive. On her knees, Richard's girlfriend begged them to stop. But the scuffle continued, and Amott kept throwing punches. A passerby took this video on her cell phone, showing Richard with his head under one officer's knee while Amott delivered one final blow. In court, Amott said that he acted according to the law.
Initially, when we go down to the ground, well, he was wrestling with us, and he does throw a punch at me. That was just shown, but if he's wrestling with us, we use strikes.
Flurries of punches that you threw, did he swing back at you one time?
While I was throwing the punches, no.
The prosecution said that Amott violated Richard's civil rights with excessive police force.
Assault has been proven beyond any doubt, basically. Michael Amiot says that he was justified in using force because he's a police officer. That is the start of a violation of his civil rights.
The defense argued that Amott acted according to his training and protocol.
With police policy that governs Officer Amiot and all officers of the Euclid Police Department.
But the judge was having none of it.
And I did listen to your trainers, your prior instructors. I did listen to them, but I do believe in this case, I believe the jury got it right.
The jury found Amott guilty.
We, the jury, being duly impaneled and sworn, do hereby find the defendant Michael Amiot guilty of assault.
The judge agreed with the jury's verdict.
Police need to be able to control folk, no doubt about that. There must be control, but there's a limit to how that's done.
Amott was sentenced to 30 days in jail, 60 days of house arrest, and 3 years of probation. He was also fired from the Euclid Police Department.
The court at this time will impose a sentence of 90 days.
I appreciate the jury and the court for making the right decision. You know, what Amiot did something wrong, still going through like the suffering with the anxiety.
While Michael Amott lost his job and reputation for showing excessive police power, what happens when you're caught luring a minor with intentions to exploit them? This is a sting operation by YouTuber Musa Harris, also known as the Luzerne Leonard Galley County predator catcher. Musa, at the time, had no idea that he was about to catch ex-police officer Leonard Galley.
Hey, what's going on? What you here for? How you doing? What's your name? Paul. Paul? Yeah. What you right here for? Sir? What you right here for, Paul? Me? Yeah. I'm here to meet some of my friends.
Musa posed as a 15-year-old boy on a dating app to lure out Glil, who went by the alias Paul.
You got the wrong guy.
Buddy, Paul?
No. My name's not Paul.
You just say Paul.
No.
You just say your name Paul.
My name's not Paul. You got the wrong guy, buddy.
Galley quickly changed his story and also made racial remarks towards Musa.
Get in with me. Stop playing no game.
Got one again right here.
Galley panicked and left in a hurry. He was well known in his community for being involved in suspicious and inappropriate activities.
You do hear the rumors, and he's always running around doing some perverted stuff. I would like to see him get punished to the full extent. It's disgusting.
Galley pleaded guilty to felony charges of solicitation and unlawful contact with a minor. His lawyer argued that he was suffering from depression and never intended to harm anyone. Galley was sentenced to 1 to 2 years in prison, followed by 5 years of probation. He was also registered as a Tier 3 sex offender and was prohibited from teaching, coaching, or attending places where minors frequent. While Leonard Galley will spend a year in prison for his actions, how does this compare to murdering your neighbor? But the opposite can be said in the case of Tony Farmer.
Serve a term of 2 years on that count as well.
Tony Farmer, a top recruited basketball player, is facing charges for aggravated assault in Ohio. According to reports, Farmer, once a top 100 ESPN recruit and a potential NBA prospect, was accused of kidnapping, robbery, and assaulting his ex-girlfriend Andrea Lane. A surveillance video from 18-year-old Lane's apartment showed Farmer attacking her. He continued to strike and kick Lane while she cowered in a corner, pleading for him to stop. Police said he dragged her outside by the hair and continued to assault her. When Lane tried to get back to her apartment, he attacked her again, tried to pull her outside, and later kicked her in the head. Farmer pleaded guilty to all 3 charges and was sentenced to 3 years in jail. He collapsed in the courtroom when the verdict was being read.
2 years in prison on that count. As to count 3 of that case, the robbery, which is also a felony of the 2nd degree, the court orders that the defendant shall serve a term of 2 years on that count as well.
As family members wept in the background, Farmer's reaction became a viral meme on social media.
I haven't finished yet. I haven't finished.
In court, supporters of Farmer asked for a lenient sentencing so that he could pursue his basketball career. Andrea Lane testified in Farmer's favor and requested the judge not to send him to prison.
I know he was a good person. I hope he still is. I hope he learns from this.
The judge was not swayed by their requests because she believed the victim was traumatized by the whole situation.
There's nothing in the sentencing guideline that talks about him being a basketball star and being able to go forward when obviously I think she's been very traumatized by this whole situation.
She also concluded that Tony Farmer was not remorseful after his initial arrest, as he later attempted to intimidate the victim by sending her a series of texts and phone messages.
Or said that he should have done something more to her. And so that, in addition to what I saw on the tape, was very telling to me. And it was a violation of the no contact order that was put in place to protect her.
While fainting upon hearing your sentence is rare, how does it...
Just like the family over there, they're happy. That's not what your brother or whoever he was. He didn't want me to like.
Did you force your way into the house with a knife?
That is very accurate.
You have her duct taped and zip tied, face down. You knew you were going to kill her.
You know, once you kick a dog enough times, they tend to bite back. And really, they just don't care anymore.
This is Kimberly Kessler, a murder suspect in Florida.
Jordan Beard is Jolene Cummings' cousin.
On May 12, 2018, Kessler stabbed and killed her coworker, Jolene Cummings, with a pair of scissors inside Tangle's hair salon in Fernandina Beach, Florida. After the murder, Kessler drove Cummings' car to a parking lot and abandoned it before disposing of Cummings' body in a dumpster, which was never recovered. Kessler attempted to evade capture by quitting her job and lying about her identity. However, she was eventually arrested and charged with first-degree murder and grand theft auto. Kessler pleaded not guilty and claimed she was insane.
Kessler's mental health has also been in question. In the past, she was found not competent. Then in October 2020, a judge ruled she was competent and her trial date was set. Kessler continues a hunger strike and unsanitary behavior, such as putting her own feces on her face and on corrections officers.
She also refused to cooperate with her lawyers and often disrupted the proceedings with outbursts and insults.
The public defender.
She is completely undressed and has feces smeared on the window.
It's probably not a bad idea.
Are we on mute anyway, so I can say whatever the I want?
We're not on mute.
Oh, okay.
She claimed a conflict of interest and repeatedly accused her public defender of being related to the victim.
Jordan Beard is Johnson's nephew. Jordan Beard is Jolie's cousin.
Jordan Beard is Johnson's nephew. Jordan Beard is Jolene Cummings' cousin.
Jordan Beard is Jolene's cousin.
In court, Kessler accused the judge of silencing her for years and sweeping the truth under the rug.
Sure, I can stay up here and I'm going to say what I want, when I want, how I want, which you silenced me for years. You silenced me for years. So let everyone know this is just the tip of the iceberg. Jordan Beard, public defender, is Jolene Cummings' cousin, along with his brother Josh. Yeah, you swept it under the rug for 3.5 years, along with her father, her stepdad, who runs the jail, who recently retired. He still comes in.
During her competency trial, correctional officers revealed Kessler's troublesome behaviors in custody.
On occasion, I could see her smearing feces on the windows. Her clothes on, things went in the window, and
pressed her breast against the window.
Threatened to break every bone in my body.
Cummings' mother and Johnson believed Kessler was smart and trying to secure an incompetency deal.
Suspect really incompetent, or is the suspect just very intelligent? She will be found competent. I arrest you. She'll be found competent.
She was found competent to stand trial after several evaluations by mental health experts. The trial began in November 2021, and Kessler was found guilty of first-degree murder.
We, the jury, found the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment.
She faced a mandatory sentence of life in prison without parole. Kessler declined to be present in the courtroom when the verdict was read.
Someone to bring you and give you the opportunity to participate and listen to the verdict proceedings.
Refuse.
Pardon?
No, thank you.
All right. Do you want to go back downstairs?
Yes.
All right, fair enough then.
In an interview, Kessler's ex-husband described her as a crazy woman who loved to play mind games.
She was crazy, I can tell you that. She was, I know it's a crazy woman, but she was out there. She had mind games.
In a victim impact statement, Cummings' mother became emotional while describing what the past years have been like without her daughter.
The greatest nightmare of all, the murder of a beautiful soul that was taken from us. The only thing that keeps us together is faith.
The Nassau County Sheriff said that he believed this wasn't Kessler's first murder.
I don't for one second believe that Kimberly Kessler, or whatever name she's going by today, I don't believe this is her first murder. I don't at all. She's evil in the flesh. And as soon as she's sentenced, I want her behind out of our jail because we are fed up with her crap.
Fed up with her behavior, Kessler's trials were filled with angry and loud outbursts, compared to trying to escape from your sentence, like Gregory Wright did. This is Gregory Wright, a suspect in an armed robbery in Detroit, Michigan. As per reports, 22-year-old Wright robbed Gregory Gritton at gunpoint and escaped with his car. While fleeing from authorities, Wright slammed into a police cruiser and fired shots, hitting an officer in the arm. A day later, on June 29th, Wright was arrested.
All I got to say is I have no remorse for shooting that police officer. He got what he deserved. If I had the opportunity to kill him, I'd kill him.
If I had the opportunity to kill him, I'd kill him, Wright said. He further expressed,
opportunity to kill him, I'd kill him.
Now in court, Gregory faces charges of armed robbery, carrying a concealed weapon, and use of a firearm during a felony. Wright was presented at court for a pretrial bond hearing, where Judge Aubry granted a bond of $50,000. On hearing this, Wright made a run for it. 7 officers finally managed to subdue Wright after the scuffle. Judge Bray removed the bond and ordered Wright to remain in custody. The case eventually went to trial, and Wright was sentenced to life in prison. However, this wasn't the only time chaos swept the courtroom. Like